Now, before we get started, we need to say spoiler warnings. We will be spoiling this show as we spoil everything we review, because we want to speak about it as much as we can, and it's hard to do that without spoiling things. So, you have been warned. Right, so watch it. No, don't be hostile. Oh, you have been warned, friend. Let's go. So Ned, we've been watching some TV. Yeah, we watched The Last of Us. Did you like it though? Yeah. Right, so we're going to quickly run through the episodes and discuss them briefly. Yeah. So episode 1, we begin with a news report from, is it the 1960s? I think so. John Hannah is playing a prominent scientist, and he's telling us that a fungal infection is a possibility in the future. Great opening to an episode of any TV show. Really strong, really draws you in. And then we cut to 2003, where the mass fungal infection has become a reality. Yeah, and it's all kicking off. Yeah, it's like zombies. It's people who are infected are basically becoming zombies, although they're not really called zombies, are they? No, they are infected. They're called the infected. Well, I think it's just because their brains aren't working properly and they're sort of driven crazy. Like an animal, when it gets rabies, it'll just attack anyone that comes near it because it's just sort of, its brain's gone haywire. Ah, so animals are zombies. No, that's not what I was saying, but when they get rabies, maybe. Oh, we meet Joel, played by Pedro Pascal. Who? Joel? Yeah. Who's the actor? Pedro Pascal. Wait a minute, I know him. Yeah, you've seen him before. Can you remember where? This is the way. This is the way. He's also the Mandalorian. We meet him as the whole world is going to, and he and his brother and his daughter try to flee. And we see the whole world going to chaos. Everything's falling apart around Joel, around his neighbourhood. Joel and his daughter are separated from his brother, and they meet a soldier. Yeah, and he's talking to his boss like, there's a guy here and his kid. Yeah, and then they fire a shot, Joel rolls down the hill, and it's sad, it is sad. His daughter Sarah has been shot, hit by a bullet, and she dies, sadly. So then we cut to present day, 2023. 2020 me. No, not 2020 you. 2023. 2022. No, 2023. Right. And Joel is working as a smuggler with his partner Tess. He loses contact with his brother, and because of this, he tries to get himself a car battery from a crooked soldier, so that he can travel across to where his brother's living, and make sure he's okay. But it turns out to be a scam, and the car battery is actually being sold to the Fireflies, a resistance group, who take on the infected, and kind of a militia group. Yeah. They meet the leader of the Fireflies, Narlene. Yep. And she introduces them to a young lady, a little girl called Ellie. Ellie! She's been knitting. It turns out Ellie could save the world. Really? Yeah, because remember, she is immune to the infection. She's been bitten, and she's been scratched, and she has the scars to prove it, but she's never turned, she's never become infected. Yeah, she's cool. You like her, don't you? Yeah. So Marlene offers them a working truck to go and see Joel's brother. I have to take Ellie to a safe house in Massachusetts. Right. Now they start to sneak out of the city under the cover of darkness. It's the best time, it seems to be. And they run into that crooked soldier from before, and he tries to stop them leaving because you're not allowed to leave the QZ zone. No, that's why it's crazy. Quarantine zone. Yeah. So it didn't need to say QZ zone. No. It's like saying ATN machine. You just say ATN. Okay. Okay, right. End episode 1 with Joel and the soldiers fighting, and they make their escape out of the QZ into the wide open world of infected America. Thoughts? I was hooked. I thought this is going to be great all the way through. And was it? Well, stay tuned and find out. In episode 2, we open up in Indonesia and we discover that the infection has just begun. Yeah, one or two people have just developed the infection and started to attack others. And we find out there is no cure. Oh, scary. So the leading mycologist or microbiologist or whatever she is, yeah, she's a very smart lady, she is. She realises there is no cure. And she says the best thing to do is nuke the whole country. And then back to present day, Joel and Ellie and Tess are travelling along and they have to cut through a big building because there are so many infected around. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance. Well, they wouldn't have if they hadn't cut through the building. So they cut through the building. I think it's an old disused hotel or something, is it? I don't know. Okay. Well, let's say it's an old hotel. And they cut through the lobby and they're making their way through. And then we meet some clickers. Yeah, if you played the game, I have. Okay, well, I played a little bit of the game, but not much. Yeah, I completed it. Did you? Yeah. Oh. I only got this far in the game. When you first meet clickers, they're scary. And they're tough to beat. Anyway, Tess ends up getting bit. Oh no, not Tess. Yeah, she ends up getting bitten by one of the clickers. And she, before she becomes infected, she sacrifices her life to save Joel and Ellie. Yeah, she starts a big fire and loads of explosions. Yeah, she takes grenades, she pours petrol all around the place, and she takes out hundreds of infected, doesn't she? Yeah, Tess! Yeah, so Joel and Ellie have to leave. Sad because they've lost Tess, but they're alive. The third episode we're going to speak about is called Long Time. We begin with Ellie and Joel searching for a friend of Joel's who Joel thinks can help them get to where they need to go. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, Bill. And the whole episode is basically all about Bill and Frank, and it's told kind of in a flashback. And it shows Bill, he's a survivalist. Yeah, he's got a nice house, he's got a nice little house, a nice little suburb. And he puts up electric fences and barbed wire and booby traps and grenades, and he's got rocket launchers and rifles and machine guns and fire traps and calm down. Right, well, I'm just saying he's got a lot of things. Yeah, he's a crit. And we see some raiders trying to attack his house, and they all, they lose, they do. And we see some infected trying to attack his house. Done! Yeah, they get blown up. And then we see someone falls into one of his traps, but isn't really hurt. And it's a man named Frank. Yeah. And they end up getting to know each other and eventually falling in love and staying together. Yeah. As years go on, Frank gets ill. He knows he's going to die very soon, doesn't he? Yeah. He's not infected. Not infected in that way, no. But he becomes very ill. So he says to Bill, put a load of tablets in my wine glass and I'll drink it and I'll go to sleep and that'll be it, nice and peaceful, in your arms. And Bill says, okay, that. He also drinks his own wine. He does, so they can go to bed together. It's romantic, it is. But it's quite sad. And then Ellie and Joel finally make it to Bill and Frank's house. Yeah, and they're both gone. I left a note for Joel because he's basically the only person they know. So they knew if anyone was going to find them, it would be Joel. He's the only one who could get past the booby traps. That's cool, it is. And it's a bit of a tonally different episode. It's totally different, no, tonally different. It's a little bit different in tone from the rest of the series. Well, then it's good, that is good. It doesn't feel like a filler episode. It feels like it has its place in the story. And yeah, it's a sentimental little episode at times, isn't it? Yeah, and scary. Well, there's always a scary bit in this show. And episode 4, please hold my hand. Yeah, that's what it's called. Ellie and Joel have to take a detour through a town and they are ambushed, aren't they? Yeah. Joel manages to stop 2 of the bandits, but the third one is about to kill him, and then Ellie comes up. She's like, "Freeze, mother..." Don't swear. I don't think she says anything, she just shoots the guy. Yeah. She doesn't need kill quits. So it turns out the bandits are actually a small part of a much larger group of bandits, aren't they? Yeah, and Kathleen is their leader. Yeah, there's a lady called Kathleen who is in charge of all the bandits, and she's mean, isn't she? Yeah, she's a nasty piece of work. And she kind of, well, she believes that Joel and Ellie are somehow connected with someone she's looking for, a man named Henry. They're not. No, of course they're not. The bandits think they have found Henry's hideout, but underneath, yeah, there's something growing underneath the floor, but we don't know what. No. Anyway, Ellie and Joel take shelter for the night, and they go to sleep, and when they wake up, they see they're being held at gunpoint by Henry! By Henry and his little brother, Sam. The end. The end of that episode, yeah. So we go on to episode 5, Endure and Survive. Endure and Survive, episode 5. So Henry and Sam make a little truce with Joel and Ellie because they realise they're not here to hurt them or hand them into Kathleen and her gang of bandits. Yeah. Now Kathleen is after Henry because she blames him for the death of her brother. It was his fault. He says it was his fault, but I wasn't there. I don't know. But he takes responsibility, to be fair. So yeah. So kind of see what she's upset for. I mean, there's been upset and then there's been maniacal. So Henry tells Joel that they can escape through the tunnels. He says people think there are loads of infected in the tunnels, but there aren't. I've been down there and it's fine. So that's what they do. They use the tunnels to escape. Sneak, sneak, sneak. But they're spotted on the way out of the tunnels by one of the bandits who opens fire with a sniper rifle. This causes all the other bandits to come running. Yeah. And Joel manages to take out the sniper and he goes up and takes the sniper's position. Henry and his little brother and Ellie are confronted by the bandits, and especially Kathleen, who's at the front, holding a gun at Henry's head, and she's about to shoot him. And then, bloater. There's a thing in the game called a bloater, and this is where it makes its debut in the TV show. The house that they assumed was Henry's hideout, which it was, collapses. A truck has crashed into the house. This causes the house to cave in on itself. A sinkhole opens up, and out of the hole come thousands and thousands and thousands of infected. Yeah, it was scary. And the bloater in the big bloater. A big giant infected thing, isn't it? Yeah. I don't really know how it's made or where it comes from. I don't know. The bandits turn their attention to the infected, start shooting them, fighting them off, and Kathleen turns around and the bloater is there, and it just what was that noise? You see it? What? It takes her head off. It does. It swipes her head right off. And that's the end of Kathleen. I thought she'd be a Digger's character. Yeah, I did as well. I thought when she was introduced in the previous episode, this is going to be one of the big bads. She is going to be one of the main antagonists of the TV show. But she was only in those 2 episodes. Yeah, Styler. Yeah. Although, I also thought Sam and Henry would be main characters. I thought they'd be in it more as well, because at the end of this episode we find out Sam has been bitten, so he's infected. Ellie tries to heal him. She says, my blood is medicine, and she wipes it Sam's cut, falls asleep, and she wakes up and Sam is infected and he's trying to attack her. Henry appears, he has to shoot his own little brother. It's sad, yeah, but he didn't want him to be an infected, did he? No. And then he ends up shooting himself. Yet it's ninging. It's not minging, it's emotional. Yeah, it's horrible. So episode 6 is called Kin. Can you believe it? No, Kin, K-I-N, not can. Right. So 3 months later, after Henry and Sam's death, Joel and Ellie have found a small community in Wyoming. And Joel finally reunites with his brother, Tommy. Oh, it's great. The end. Ta-da-da. No. By now, though, Joel is feeling the effects of everything that's been going on over the last 20 years, I guess. And he's really struggling. And he says he's not sure if he can keep Ellie safe anymore. Yeah, he can. He's a bit worried. He thinks maybe Ellie should stay here and be protected in this nice little community. So Ellie overhears this and she says, "Fine then, you can go your own way." Right. She says, "You go your way, I'll go mine." And Joel's like, "Fine." And she's like, "Fine." And he's like, "Fine." Joel thinks about his own daughter and what she would have done, what she would have wanted. And he goes and apologises to Ellie and says, "I'll be here with you, I'll keep you safe. You're my wee mate." Yeah, like you're now wee mate. So they travel onwards, and while they're travelling on horseback, they're attacked by more raiders. And see these raiders of the Lost Ark? No. They're attacked by raiders, and Joel manages to fight one of them off, but in the process, he gets stabbed. In the belly? Yeah, he gets stabbed in the stomach, and he is in a bad way. He gets on the horse, Ellie takes the reins, and they travel on. Looks like Joel is in a bad way, and Ellie is going to be pretty much screwed. Yep, she's just a wee girl, yep. Now, episode 7, Left Behind. I didn't like this, did you not? No, just a wee bit boring. I don't know, it wasn't my favourite episode. If you had to skip an episode, I would skip this one. I would watch the first 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes. But it's a flashback episode. And it's all about how Ellie was being trained to be a military officer. And then she meets up with an old friend who had sort of escaped and joined the Fireflies. And she convinces her to go out and sneak off with her. So they sneak off and they go into an abandoned arcade, well, shopping arcade. They have a good time, and then what happens? Infected can? Yeah, there's an infected person in the shopping arcade, and it attacks them, bites them both, but Ellie is immune. Her friend is not, no, but her friend says, "Let's just sit here and let's just lose our minds together." Yeah, but obviously that doesn't happen because Ellie's immune, so she's not going to get infected, so she has to end up killing her good friend. Yeah, I mean, it's character development, and it's, I guess it's nice to see a bit of background for Ellie and what she's been through, but I don't know, a full episode, it seems a bit much. I know what you mean. But at the end, we come back to present day, and Ellie basically determined to save Joel, and she gets out a sewing kit and she starts to stitch up Joel's wound. Now, the penultimate episode, no, yeah, the penultimate episode is episode 8. No, there are 9. Yeah, no, penultimate is the last one before the last one. What? It's second last one. Just say that. Like, the second last episode is episode 8, and it is called When We Are in Need. Yeah. Oh, this kicks off. Okay. Ellie leaves Joel because he's recovering from his wound. It looks like he'll be okay, but he's weak and he needs medicine, and Ellie goes out to hunt for food. She meets these men who are also hunting for food, and one of the men is called David, and he's kind of like a pastor, and he says, "Oh, we work for the Lord, we're here to help people, come with us and we'll look after you." Turns out he knows exactly who she is. He knows she's travelling with a man, and he knows that man killed one of their brethren, let's say. Let's not. But Ellie doesn't know any of this, so they kind of make a little pact. She says, "I'll give you some of my food if you give me some of your medicine." So they do that, and then some of the people from David's camp sneak back to Ellie and Joel's hiding place, and they're there to take out Joel, take vengeance on him. Yeah, great vengeance and furious anger. Right, yeah. But Joel kicks their asses. Easily. Oh, well, pretty easily, yeah. And he finds out where Ellie is. Now, they've taken Ellie, David has taken Ellie to his camp, and he's keeping her prisoner. And it turns out, not only is he absolutely psychotic, not only is he a tyrant to everyone in his camp, not only is he shoving his pastoral beliefs down everyone's throat, not only is he feeding everyone human flesh. Oh my goodness, it's disgusting. That is disgusting. But he's also got bad intentions towards young girls. Disgusting, that is disgusting. But Ellie manages to escape and she takes out one of the guys. David chases her. They end up in a burning building, having a fight, and Ellie manages to take, is it a knife or a meat cleaver, and absolutely destroys David and his skull. Yeah, it's what he deserves. I would say so, yeah, to be honest. I felt no sympathy for him. Yeah, he's a bad guy. So then it's on to the final episode. Look for the light. There. No, the episode is called Look for the Light. Oh yeah. Right. So we got a flashback of Ellie being born. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? What? See the lady who's playing Ellie's mother? Yeah. She is Ellie. What do you mean? She's Ellie? What, the same actress playing Ellie and the mum? No. She's Ellie in the video game. If you look at her, it's the exact same face. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I'm so smart. Right, okay. So we find out Ellie's mother was bitten by an infected as she was giving birth to Ellie. And this is why Ellie is immune. We come back to present day and Ellie and Joel have a bit of a heart-to-heart, and then they are walking along telling each other bad jokes and they're ambushed. Who died? Well, it turns out it's the Fireflies. And Joel wakes up. Ellie's gone. He's laying on a bed under guard of the Fireflies. And the leader of the Fireflies, Marlene, she's telling him, we've taken Ellie. She could be the cure. We're going to remove what's in her and develop it and make everyone immune. Good plan? Yeah, it is a good plan, except what they're taking from her is grown inside her brain. Yes. What does Joel do? He goes nuts. He goes round the whole building just firing into everyone and taking everyone out. Yeah, it's huge action. It's really well shot, really well directed, really well done. He takes Ellie, who is unconscious, she's under general anaesthetic, and upon his way to the car, he's confronted by Marlene. And she says, I can't let you take her, Joel. I can't let you take her. I can't let you take her, man. Well, not like that, but she's American. So he fires his gun and Marlene goes down. He stands over her and Marlene says, oh, let me go. He says, I can't take the chance. You'll always come after her. And pulls the trigger once more. So later we see Joel and Ellie after she's woken up, and Joel lies to her, doesn't he? Yeah. He tells her big fibs. He says raiders attacked the Fireflies building, and he managed to get him and her out. We continue walking, and Ellie says, I need you to swear to me that that's what happened, because I think she suspects what might have actually happened. And Joel says, yeah, I swear, that's fine. I swear. Honestly, it's true. And Ellie says, okay, let's go. Da-da-da-da. And that's it. They walk off. Not into the sunset, but into season 2, I would imagine. Tragically, yeah. So final thoughts on the whole series. Really good. A couple of slower moments. That you need that, yeah, you do need that. One of the complaints I heard was that as the season progressed, we got less and less infected. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's because there was more than enough stuff happening. Plenty of characters for us to meet and to like and to love and despise. Yeah, David. Yeah, and you don't need wall-to-wall infected and wall-to-wall action and all this. Of course, you can go too far the other way, where it becomes boring. Yeah, The Walking Dead. I'm looking at you. Out of 10. The Last of Us, Season 1. Out of 10? Yeah, out of 10. 8.5. 8. I'll go with that. I'll agree. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. and we anticipate season 2. We can't wait. I hope you'll join us for that. I hope you'll join us next time we review a TV series. I know what it is next. Do you? Yeah. What are you going to review next? I'll give you a clue. Okay. It's on Amazon Prime. Alright. It's American. Okay, this could be pretty much anything. It's called Reacher. Reacher? Yeah. That's not a clue, that's just telling me what it is. Yeah, we're going to watch season 1 of The Reacher. Right, I've already seen it, so you can watch it, okay? Yeah. And we'll review that in time for season 2 of Reacher being released. Oh, is there a new one coming? There is, yep. Oh, can't wait. Well, you'll have to watch the first season first. So, join us, hit like, hit subscribe, watch the videos on movie reviews, watch the videos on TV reviews, although this is the first of us. No. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.